TIFU by being that scary dude on a dark country lane you see in movies, brandishing a tire iron. This happened about 15 years ago. But I've been asked to share. So here we go. I was working late shift on an IT help desk at a UK hospital in January. Got off at 10 p.m. Had a smoke and left the hospital by about 20 past. Two choices for a route home. Motorway that's about 2 miles longer, but takes roughly the same amount of time as the back roads. It's dry, so I decide to take the back roads. My little hatchback prefers them anyway. And it has decent full beams so can light up the lanes well enough. About 5 miles or so into the countryside, there's a sweeping right-hand bend. I'm doing a reasonable speed considering it's a wide open road. No other cars around etc. But not ridiculous. I see the eyes of some animal light up with my full beams ahead. I back off the throttle. As I get closer I can now see the animal as a lovely black and white striped badger. A badger who can't decide where on the road it wants to be. When I first saw it, it was in the opposite lane. Then it ran across to mine. Then back again. Finally it ran into the bushes at the side of the road before deciding against that, and where it really wanted to be was directly in my path. If anyone's ever heard Jasper Carrot's insurance excuses sketch, it very much was. I had to swerve a number of times before I hit him. As I had been braking, the badger went under my car at a speed of only 20 miles per hour or so. It would have been so much easier had I been doing triple that. There's a bang as it goes under the car and hits its head on the sump, oil pan. I stop the car, put it into reverse to engage the reverse lights and see behind me. The badger is now blocking the road. I'll have to move it to the side so other cars don't hit it. Oh fuck, no, it's moving. Proper death spasms. I use my little curing torch to go back and have a look. Yep. Poor thing is making an horrific noise. Imagine a dog being eaten by a whale. And they're both vocalizing their displeasure about the situation. Also, badgers are much bigger than I imagined them to be. Like, not the size of a spaniel. More the size of a Labrador. But with a spaniel's legs. I run back to the car. What have I got in here that would do the job? Snow shovel might not be heavy enough. I briefly wonder if there's any painkillers in the first aid kit. But if there are, it'll be some paracetamol tablets. And I'm not sure I could convince a dying badger to swallow them without a glass of water. Then I see it. Under the boot floor. The tire iron. Or whatever the thing is you get the wheel nuts off is called when change a tire, wheel brace. Anyway, it's got just enough heft to dispatch our friend. I hope. So far, there's not been another car in either direction on this road. Until now. I hear it before I see their lights. As they come round the bend I'm running back to the badger. And I flash my torch at them so they don't run me over as well. They slow down. I think, thank fuck. Someone's going to help. But as their headlights illuminate me standing over a convulsing badger, brandishing a tire iron, suddenly there's a squeak of their tires on tarmac. And they zoom away at breakneck speed. I couldn't see the driver very well. But I think it was a young woman. A young woman who has just encountered some madman who spends his weekend evenings murdering mustelid on country lanes. A madman who makes gestures that suggest he would like you to join in. By the time I'd processed all of this, the badger was pretty close to the end. I knew I didn't want to have to do it twice. So a decent whack to the temple and it instantly relaxed. I rolled it to the verge with great difficulty. And slowly walked back to my car to replace the tire iron into its slot under the boot floor. TLDR. Suicidal badger went under my car. Female motorist arrives just as I'm about to put the poor thing out of its misery. Assumes I'm a murderer. Like and subscribe for more.